Let me welcome you to a discussion of a new feature, new method from acquired chromatographic data, which will speed up your creation of a quantitation method from raw chromatography data. So I'll show you in the data GC FID signal, and we'll follow that as it creates the method. And we'll see in the method editor that the integrator has found these peaks in that sample and then put a slot. Obviously it doesn't know the name of the compound because it doesn't have anything to search against, but it will arbitrarily give it a numbered name for all the peaks that are found by the integrator for this GC FID signal. Alright, now for the demo. So I've got a batch here that analyzes phthalates. I can see I've got a handful of phthalates here. And as I look at this particular phthalate, I've got injections of calibration compounds. Now let's assume for a second that I was just starting off this project and I had to determine those phthalates in an injection of that was spiked with these standards. What would I do? Well, first I would start up the sample information on this injection, and I can see here the FID signal. I need to make sure that I overlay the signals on top of the MS signals, and I can see that this solvent elution peak is ending about 3, and I know that the phthalates are going to elute after that. So now, with that context, we're ready to use the new tool. Alright, starting from the method menu, I'm going to go New and choose New Method from Acquired Chromatographic Data, which will send me to first ask for the sample, and I'll pick the strongest sample, and then since the solvent elution peak ends about 3 minutes, I will cut that off, so I will ignore anything within the first 3 minutes. Now this will use the integrator, which will find a set of peaks and identify them, and it's my job now to take that raw information, which is every peak that it's found, and identify which are phthalates. So I found a strong signal looking at it through the retention time sorting at 6.5, and there it is, and I see a strong signal. So I'm going to label that phthalate, and I'm off to creating this method with real compound names using this tool to get me started. One quick check to make sure the phthalate is real is to check the concentration levels. So I'm going to create those levels from the calibration samples, and then I'll copy that to the other compounds and apply the method. And as I look at that method in batch at a glance, I can see, yes, it did find those points on the calibration and created a decent curve, proving that in those injections there were different concentrations of that particular phthalate. Thanks for your attention.